Breaking right now, confirmation of what I've been reporting for some years. Prince Harry was forced to ditch his celebrity friends and lots of other friends, actually, because of Meghan Markle. But this reveal of a ghosting from a celebrity is still significant, especially given we've had all of the news over the past few weeks about the troubles between David Beckham and James Corden and Prince Harry, thanks to a certain duchess. Fake duchess, I like to call it. But this revelation overnight from Jack Whitehall, the British comedian in Australia, is absolutely fascinating. He was close friends with Prince Harry in his celebrity circuit, went out on a regular basis until a certain Suits actress came on the scene and said, "Clear off." Listen.
You sort of are like the royal family.
Yeah.
Do you know the royals?
I know. I've come into contact with a couple of them in the past. I was quite good friends with Harry back in the day, pre-Meghan, when he was a terrible.
Right.
Yeah, but
you
can't.
weren't there when he was
Yeah,
nude in Vegas or anything, were you? You weren't
No,
part of that
annoyingly,
group.
I wasn't there for the naked billiards.
Damn.
Wait, did he
but had a
drop
few
you
nights
when
out
he was
with
with Meghan? Is that true that he dropped his mates?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it part of the inner circle.
Yes, you were.
To go back to a Vegas analogy. But no, I had a few nights out with him.
Fun.
When he was,
He seems like a
quite fun.
loose unit.
He
as
seems
well.
fun.
Yeah, he was.
You two
yeah.
would be fun together.
Yeah,
What about your
I'm
dad?
retired from that as well now.
So, Angela Levin, sometimes it's in comedy that you get great truth, isn't it? And Jack Whitehall, who has never spoken really about the end of the friendship with Prince Harry, clearly feeling a little bit disarmed, touring Australia, and makes the revelation that it was Meghan Markle who ended their friendship. What do you make of it?
Well, I think she did, got rid of so many that it's not a huge surprise. But he's a sort of nice man, a funny man. You know, he did this thing, travelled with my father, and he was always joking about his father drinking lots and he wasn't. And, it was a sort of family thing and good fun and nothing wrong with it. And you can't really dislike someone who makes you laugh. But Meghan obviously didn't want anyone around Harry. She's the one who's there with him, and she got rid of his family, his cousins, his and the friends he had. You can't be more surprised, actually. But when you hear about another man who's really a sweetie, you are quite upset for him.
And honestly, are we surprised? Because if there's one thing consistent in this royal melodrama, it's the systematic purge of anyone who knew Harry before his rebranding as Mr. Markle. Let's get one thing straight. Jack Whitehall isn't some tabloid hack looking for clout. He's a well-established comedian and entertainer in his own right, and someone who, by all accounts, had a genuine friendship with Harry. So when he casually let slip that Harry stopped responding to his texts post-Meghan, it's not just ghosting. It's social exile by decree of the Duchess. But Whitehall isn't alone. Oh no, the exile list is growing faster than Meghan's list of grievances. David and Victoria Beckham? Out. James Corden? Rumoured to be on the chopping block. Even Harry's own family, yes, the people who quite literally kept him in palaces, have been systematically trimmed from his life. And for what? Some manufactured sense of independence wrapped in victimhood? There was a time when Harry was seen as the fun-loving, slightly reckless, but ultimately well-meaning royal. The kind of guy who could show up at a pub, have a pint, and still make it to a charity event the next morning. Now he's a man who speaks in rehearsed sound bites, lobbing accusations at his own family while apparently living in a gilded cage of his own making. And let's talk about Meghan for a second. Because if this were a one-off case, maybe, just maybe, we could chalk it up to personal growth or a change in priorities. But when you systematically cut out nearly every pre-existing relationship someone has, you're not protecting them, you're isolating them. It's a textbook move in control dynamics. The fewer outside influences, the easier it is to curate the narrative. At this rate, the only people left in Harry's corner will be his Netflix producers, a PR consultant, and maybe Oprah if she still picks up his calls. The tragedy here isn't just the friendships lost, it's the fact that Harry seems oblivious to the pattern. Everyone else can see it. The world is watching this unravel in real time, yet he continues to double down. The irony? The man who once prided himself on being the people's prince now appears to have fewer people than ever. So, as another friend bites the dust, one has to wonder, how long before Harry himself wakes up and realizes that the only common denominator in his burnt bridges is the person standing beside him?